Hola, hola a todos, this is All Mexican Gamer here. I'm making a video, GamingDanielle, one of my few viewers requested. She asked me to show how do I create a female soy, how do I work through the whole process. I'm going to attempt to do it. I usually never film myself creating soys because it takes me a while. I like to spend hours and hours creating soy. Some of my characters are not safe. Sometimes I have a lot of the same version until I completely satisfied, and I end up with a final version. I delete the other versions, and it takes me a long time. So, and I don't have the editing skills to create videos, editing soys or nothing like that because I don't know how to do it. I don't have those tools to edit videos, so it's like I record the videos as it is, and sometimes it takes me a while to create a soy. Sometimes I spend 2 hours creating, and then I get tired, and then I save it, and then I continue the next day. I usually don't share my soys on Canvas until I have a name for them and I kind of have a backstory. It's always a tragic backstory, and a middle age or an elder female soy trying to look younger than what she is. That's what I like. I kind of like to pretend I'm giving them plastic surgery. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what I like sometimes. That's how I play creating a soy, and then that's how all of a sudden I have this soy I really like. Uh, Gaming Daniel really like this soy I created. Is Her name is Nicole Preva. She is in Canvas because I already gave her a story. She's supposed to be a Mexican lady, and I know you will be thinking, but she has red hair and green eyes. Trust me, there's Mexican people with red hair and green eyes. Mexico has a lot of culture. I look the very stereotypical Mexican, but within my family, I have my sisters. They always getting confused with if they are half Asian or Japanese. I have my aunts who have green eyes and blonde hair. So there's a big variety within the Mexican culture. You see them on movies and you think, oh, everybody's dark skin and like that, but no, there's a lot of different races in Mexico. Okay. And I like to create every single of my characters, even if I don't write it, is Mexican because I'm Mexican, and that's what I know. So even if they look Asian, or even they look Afro American, or even if they look with red hair, to me they're Mexican. Okay. So yeah, and I'm not going to attempt to recreate her because that's that. So I'm going to do something new, but I'm going to kind of use similar facial features that I already gave her. Like right now, I'm very into my soy showing their teeth because I find them very cute. And actually, there's a show called White Lotus when one of the characters, I think the character name is Chelsea. I don't remember the actress name, but she has like that little teeth sticking out, and I find her so cute, so adorable, and that's what I've been lately creating. That's what also my Malibu baby had a sticking teeth because she was actually based on that. But she is based on somebody who had extreme plastic surgery. Nicole, on the other hand, is based on somebody who had some work done, but she went with a more natural look. Okay, and this is another character I created. If you see, I'm using the same facial features. She has that little teeth sticking out because that's what I'm currently into. But she's more normal. She still wear her makeup, of course, and everything, and makeup makes a big difference. Like if I remove the makeup, they don't look like this at all. I think even the makeup make them look cuter than they are. And I give her more of a normal body. I usually like really voluptuous female soys. I like with a big boobs, with a big booty, big hips, big everything. And this one is a little more tame for my taste, but it works for her and for the character I'm envisioning. I don't know if I will ever make a gameplay with her yet, but probably I will. And that's why I haven't shared her on Canvas. Also because she doesn't have a name or a backstory yet. But yeah, and I like usually doing elder or middle-aged soys because they look more realistic to me. They have some imperfections like the wrinkles and everything. And I imagine as a person myself who is already middle-aged, right? I have some wrinkles too. If I had the option, I would probably put makeup on it, but I'm a guy, so and I'm not into makeup to cover those wrinkles, right? And that's what I imagine. But if we turn them into young adults, they become absolutely beautiful for my taste. I don't know if it makes sense. I'm not really into youngest soy because they look very cute. You see, she changed completely. But if I put her in middle age, I actually think she looks better as a middle age soy. So, and I like how the face change, everything. It looks better according to my taste, to what I like. Okay, so I do respect everybody. But when I create a soy, I usually prefer creating elder soys or middle-aged female soys. Male soys, I do like the young one because you cannot put makeup on them, or you could if you want to, but they look more real. This is Javi, it's on currently on my Rags to Riches gameplays, and he's already a modification of one of my other soys who I did. This one over here, I just changed the eyes and I get more freckles and changed the hair and the outfit. But if you see, I have a lot of characters, and I have this other one which is actually a young soy, and like I told you, I'm into that's all showing that did now since I saw that actress on the White Lotus. And also lately I've been getting into big eyes. Like I like my source to have huge eyes like Betty Davis or who else? Twiggy, I think her name was Twiggy from a supermodel from the 1960s who had these huge beautiful eyes, or a Mexican actor called Anna Martin. They have big eyes, and I like that. So I'm currently incorporating those facial features on my soys because I like big eyes, I like showing the teeth, kind of really big juicy lips. And this is completely different soy because I was a little bit bored of the voluptuous soy, so now I'm trying to create different body shapes. And I decided I want a really, really, really skinny soy. So now if you see, she's very skinny and it worked for her. I thought I was not going to like it, but I actually do like her. And this is one of my few young soys I have. She's a young adult, but look how beautiful she turned out, and look those eyes. And I love using that really, really long eyelashes that the game gave us recently. But yeah, so that's a little bit about how I create soys. But like I told you, I don't do videos because I don't have the editing tools to do it. And it takes me a while to create a soy. It takes me about 2 hours. Sometimes it takes me days until I'm completely satisfied with what I created. So right now I'm going to attempt to create a soy from scratch. And I'm going to use one of the base models that was provided with a new DLC, Chahaya or Kahaya. I don't know how you guys want to pronounce it. I pronounce it both ways sometimes. So yeah. And the first I do is first I start by editing the face. And to edit the face, first I like to remove the hair. So I like to make my soys look bald. Okay? So here you go. And I going to give it the features I like. I'm going to try to make huge eyes, uh, lips that are showing the teeth, and every feature I like, and I'm going to try to explain it. It's a little bit hard for me to explain it right now because usually when I'm creating a soy I'm very concentrated, very quiet, and I like to pretend that I'm giving a plastic surgery to a soy. Sometimes it works, sometimes I like it and I save it, and then I end up with a lot of save presets until I find that final version, so then I delete the other ones. But I'm usually very quiet, so talking and creating a soy is something new for me. But right now I'm into big eyes like I told you, so we're going to make her eyes a little bit separated, and we're going to make her eyes look very wide and very big like that. And I want her to have very droppy eyes, like sleepy eyes or doe eyes. I don't know how you call them. So that's what I want to do. I want her to have droppy eyes. Also, I'm into them having very big eyelids, very prominent eyelids. So I'm going to try to fix that a little bit. Yeah, more separate. There you go. And I I like the eyes to be sticking out a little bit. So there you go. Okay. I think that's the best we can do. Just make sure. Yeah, this is the bigger it will go. So now we're going to detail mode, focus mode, and then we go to detail mode. And in here, we're going to extend the waterline a little bit. That's I think how you call it. I'm going to make the eyes even bigger in here. It's going to look weird, but once we're done, it's going to look a little bit, hopefully a little bit more natural. Okay. And I like, sorry, I'm getting confused. So there you go. Like really, really white. I want her eyes to look very open. There you go. And let's continue making her eyelids more open too. So, and the eyebrows, I like this shape of eyebrow. I'm also into very thin eyebrows like the 1990s eyebrows, like the ones Pamela Anderson used to have. Kind of the pencil shape eyebrows. There you go. Maybe I need to take symmetry because this eye is looking a little bit different though. I don't like it. So how can I change? I don't think we can. You see, this one looks good, this one doesn't. I don't know how to make it more round. But let's go back to symmetry because then I'm going to mess it up. And yeah, sometimes I do that. I like to not to be that perfect. I want this one a little bit down, like that. And this one more pointy. Okay. Now, with the eyebrows, I want her to have the eyebrows kind of give her a sleepy feeling. Let me show you. Like they went down, you see? They went down, they were very prominent. And don't worry, we're going to change the eyebrows later. Okay, the eyes I think are ready, are something what I wanted. Except for this part, I don't like it, but I don't know how to fix it. Because it's not allowing me to fix it. So let's see. If I take symmetry, and I keep messing with it, no, it won't let me. There you go. That's a little bit better. Even though this one. Well, I think that's the best we can do. So let's go back to symmetry. I'm going to stay quiet for a while so I can think what else I'm going to do, okay? So I can concentrate. Okay, I think it's time for us to modify the lips. Lips, I want it slightly down and bigger. Not so much. And then we're going to fix her jaw. I don't like her jaw to be that low. I want something more round. Okay. Now let's go to detail mode and we're going to completely change the lips. There you go. And I like my soys to be kind of having that smile sensation a little bit. I want her lips to be a little bigger. And I want her teeth to be showing, like I tell you, I'm into that kind right now. That kind of shape. And then a little bit like that. Maybe not so much smile. Okay. Let's go to basic editing. I'm also like very prominent cheekbones. So we're we're going to give her all the cheekbones, and I want her ears to be a little bit lower. So if I can grab them a little bit lower, and then we're going to make them a little bit sticking out, and then smaller ear, but we're going to focus about that. First, let's try to fix the face. Sometimes I like very hollow cheeks. Sometimes I like to get in them more. There you go. But I want very big cheekbones. Because like I told you, I usually go with a plastic surgery look. So I imagine they're getting a lot of fillers and all that. So there you go. Now let's go back to edit. The lips. I don't know about the lips. Do I close it? No, I do like more like open. And a little bit down here. There you go. And I want her to show teeth, but not that much teeth, okay? Okay, now I think that cheeks needs to be a little bit like this. And in here, of course, more white. There you go. And I just keep messing around too. I'm happy. This one, I'm trying to keep it about an hour. So it may not look perfect, but later if I like it, I will go back and fix her. But I want her to have really prominent jawline as well. Okay, I think this look almost good. I know, it looks kind of creepy right now, but I promise we're going to fix it. Like I told you, I want her ears to be smaller. So we're going to make her ears slightly smaller. Sometimes it's hard because it doesn't want to get it. There you go. This one. It's a little sticking out, but kind of small ears. There you go. Okay, so now I don't know if I like it. We need to change the nose. This time I'm going for a not very perfect nose. Kind of want her to have a little bit of a large nose with a bump. There you go. And I want her nostrils to be a little bit wider. There you go. Something like that. And in here we're going to stick it out a little bit more. So let's see. Okay. Not that much. There you go. Well, we're going to come back later to the face. We're going to change the eyebrows right now and all that. So give me a second. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to the eyes. So we're going to eyebrows, and I like these eyebrows because they're that like one super skinny, and I like to decrease the intensity so they look even more skinny. And she's going to have some sort of black hair. I think I am not sure yet, but yeah. And I don't like the shape of the eyebrow. So now I'm going back and try to fix the shape of the eyebrow because I don't like it. So this part, if I put it down, there you go. This one I want a little bit more sticking up. I think the problem is here. Yeah, that's the problem. Need to a little bit up. So no, I don't want them that up. So I think what solution can we find? Make it larger. Okay, I think that's fine. And I just keep messing with it until I'm happy with it. And I think maybe this shape is not going to work for this particular character. So I may want to find a different shape of eyebrows. Let's see this one, and then we reduce everything. Kind of like this one, but no, I don't like them because they're not. I want her to have really, really skinny eyebrows. So yeah, this is the only option for me right now. We'll have to make it work. Okay. Now I'm going to select the skin color. She's not going to be this color. I want something more lighter. So this one has a lot of wrinkles. I don't like that one. This one has a lot of wrinkles too. And it's the skin. It gives you skin details. You see, this one have even more wrinkles. So you need to find, if you're creating a middle-aged soy, which skin will actually work for what you want. No, I don't want freckles. I've been using too many freckles. Kind of like this one a little bit, but let's see. I think this one. We're going to use this one because it has menos freckles in here. And I'm going to modify the color. I want something more on the pinkish side. There you go. Something like that. Okay. And let's go to face characteristic. And you see she has her cheeks very well defined. You can change that one if you like it. But to what I want them to be absolutely well defined. Maybe not. Let me see. I like that much. Yeah, 91. Well, let's give it 100%. There you go. Small lines, I don't like them because they make it look older. So you see, look, like the lips line, I don't also like it that much either. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. But for this case, I won't use them. So, and the smile lines, you guys see how it changed? Like if you add smile lines, you see? And that's, I don't like it. I do like that child line to be very prominent, so I always put that one. And I like her to have a little bit of glow skin. Just a tiny bit, like that. Not like I did Malibu Baby. Malibu Baby was like 100% skin glow. But it was what was her character. Eye bags, sometimes I like giving them eye bags because make the eyes look cuter. But in this case, I don't want eye bags because I want her to look kind of more young. I hope you guys are noticing that change. So now that we did that, I want her to have a beauty mark. That one is perfect. I like that. And I'm going back to edit. Something is off in here. I think it's her lips. I want her lips to be sticking out a little bit. And this one to be a little bit more on the inside. There you go. Okay. Maybe make them, no, Maybe I make the nose too big. So let's go back and fix that nose. I think the nose is affecting everything in here. So let's make it a little bit more pointy. I do still want that little bump. Okay. I think that's slightly better, but I don't know. I'm not liking her that much. Okay. Let's give her more of a smile. Okay. Let's put okay for now. Let's go to the eyes. And this time, let's give her the big eyelashes that I like. You see? I like how they're looking right now. Maybe a little bit more up. There you go. Okay. And on the eyes, we're going to change the color. I think I want her to have. Yeah, I always use those. I like the green eyes, so I think I'm going to keep the green eyes. We're going to change it a little bit. We're going to make the iris a little bit bigger. And the pupil a little bit smaller. And color radial a little bit green. Color blending. No, yeah, color blending is fine. Maybe. I think that's perfect. There you go. Now the eyes look slightly better. And I think I like it. I really don't. Because I'm doing it too fast. Like I told you, have to take me longer, but I don't want to spend too much time here. So we're going to have messing around here a little bit. Let me shake her neck. Okay, now let's go to the makeup. That's what is going to make a little bit of difference. So I always decide to pick what makeup is going to give her one better functions, but I actually usually like to use this one or this one over here because it chases everything, or this one right here. This one is actually one of the ones I use the most. You see this one I use it the most because if you see kind of cover the wrinkles, or this one. And I think I'm going to keep looking. I don't like those ones because they're too dark. And I think we like this one the best. You know, this one. I like this one in this case. And what I do, I always put intensity to 100. And I like to change it to a little bit of white. You see? It changed. Sometimes I overdo it and I like to do it super white and also the contour super white to pretend they're wearing a lot of makeup, but this is not the case. So let's find something more natural. And yeah, here I need to reduce it a little bit. And I do like to keep it glow. It has glow, okay. think that will be it, but I'm not satisfied with this color too. There you go. Okay, I'm going to leave it white because I like how it's shiny. Okay, so if I don't like it, I go back and change it later. So now I always decide to do the blushing next. So I usually love these blushes that have the nose already covered, or these ones. Those are the ones I use most of the time. But in this case, I want this one right here. And yes, I go back and I adjust the intensity. It doesn't matter if it's super red because we are going to fix it anyways. And I like it to look a little bit pink, like this. Nose. Same for the nose. There you go. But I usually like when they have the nose blush as well. I think this is the one I use with Malibu Baby. This one right here. There you go. Now we're going to move to the eyeshadow. On eyeshadow, I usually like using this one, or this one right here, or this one right here because it changed type completely. But in this case, I think we're going to use this one. Let's see. And I always put it a lot of intensity. I like that intensity to be to the max. So. Black color. Kind of want to give her kind of a purplish. Oh no, for this one it will be black because it gives her like the eyeline. This one is the one that is going to be kind of purplish. Then glow. So I want to shine. Okay. Eyeliner, I love this one, but this one is hard because it has the heart, and I don't like it. I usually put intensity 0 on the hearts, and then I try to match it to the skin or to the blushing. So it disappears. Then I try to put everything black like this. So it looks like she's wearing a lot of eyeliner, you see? But sometimes those stains don't go away, so you have to use hair that cover it. But I do like this one. I also like this one over here. Like I told you, I always put everything to the max on the black. Then I try to fix this one a color similar to it. Like that. But in this case, I think I'm going to use this one. I also use this one a lot. I like to make everything black like this. But in this case, how about this one? I wish they have better eyeliners with more hooded eyes. But in this case, I want to use this one. So, lower eyeliner, upper eyeliner, there you go. And in here, doesn't convince me. Let me get closer. I don't like that one either. Maybe this one here. Let's see. Yeah, I like this one. So let's keep this one. And the shadow, we want to try to change. Really dark blue. There. Yeah, I don't like that nose. I think I have to change that nose. And lipsticks, I like this one. This one is the one I've been using a lot, or this one. But I put all to the max. Those are the ones that I find out they're actually darker. But we're going to use this one. Because this is the one I use for Nicole Prueba and for Malibu Baby. But I go 100%. And I'm going to go a little bit more of a neutral color. More like a nude color. And of course in here we put this one to the max. Going to be kind of a brownish. There you go. More black. Perfect. And of course I like to get rid of the wrinkles, intensity, and a lot of not gloss, because then it looks very glossy. Sometimes I like really glossy lips, but not in this case. I want something more like shiny, like that. And let's keep modifying the nose. I think the problem is the nose. Maybe I want her to give her that pump. It's not working. So I think a little bit more up instead. This one. I just still want that bump. I think that's better. Yeah. And also sometimes I go back with the makeup and try to fix the lips. There you go, a little bit smaller. Think they look better now, because when you put makeup you can change everything you want. Let's go to basic editing. Maybe slightly smaller. I think that's good. Okay, let's go to the body now. With her, of course, I'm going to give her big everything, okay? Like really big hips and really tiny waist. But I do like them to have also big booty, but I don't like it to be up because it looks too fake. I always make it a little bit down. And when I pretend they have plastic surgery, I usually don't do nothing to the legs, because if they got a booty job and all that, the legs will remain the same. But in this case, I want her to kind of be a plus size pull up to lady, so let's make that. Now in here, of course, I'm going to give her big boobies, but I also like them to go a little bit down so they don't look that fake. So there you go. A little bit more down. And I also will give her kind of a belly. And to make the arms a little bit bigger because I want her to be kind of a plus size woman. But not the neck, not that big. The neck I want it smaller. But now the hair looks too small, the head, sorry. So I always like also to adjust the size of the head slightly. There you go. And now it's a little bit more proportionate to the body. Because in soys, the soys, I don't know why they all have really small heads. There you go, that's better. Body shape. I'm going to give it 20% muscle. There you go. And I think 50% is right. I think that's nice. I can make her booty smaller, but I don't want to. And let's go back to her face again. We're almost done. Now we need to find accessories, hair, and all that. So hair. I think this one look cute. Let me make it. There you go. I don't know if you guys see it better. I usually don't like the short hairs. I like very voluminous hair. But also it's important like it fits her face. Okay. I like this long one. I wish we had longer hair than that. This one is one of my favorites as well. But sometimes when I have middle-aged soys, I like to. Oh, I love this one. This is one of my favorites. I've become one of my favorites. And I think I'm overusing it. Yeah, I kind of like this one. Let's see. She looks good with bangs though. These are too young. No, that makes her look too old. I used to love this one for my elder soys. Even though I never use it a lot. So now yeah, I think I'm going to go back to what I like, this one. And what I want is for her to have super black roots. There you go, like that. Oh, I didn't know you could change that. I actually just discovered that. You can change the radio, you can make hair absolutely just bland. Oh, I didn't know that. That's nice to know, but I want the roots to show, but not that much. There you go. And then fade. What does fade mean? Oh no, like that. Oh, that's like seriously, that's brand new for me. I have never noticed this before in this hair. So they could have been blonder all the time. Okay, there you go. That's perfect because it's showing a little bit of root, but I want actually the plant to be more yellowish blonde. There you go. Okay, now we're moving to the outfit and then the accessories later. So outfits, I think I'm going to give her. Oh, I modified this one with the boots. This is for the skinny soy I showed you before. So no, this one is not for her. So I know what I want. I want full sets. I want this one because I like this one. Let's remove the accessories. I forgot to keep the accessories. Let's remove. I think I like the boots. Let's see. do like the boots. Yeah, let's leave the boots. And let's go again. And I created actually yesterday a pattern that I really like. This one. Of course, the scale will be bigger. And I want it to be glossy. And I need to adjust. There you go. Like that. The skirt, I wanted it to be black. I don't know. Wait. No. I'm not on the skirt. Skirt, I want it to be black. And this is kind of a velvet that I created. There you go. Maybe the pattern should be smaller. There you go. Looks more natural. The velvet skirt, and I like that white boot. So let's go to accessories now. So of course we're going to start with the nails. I like these nails because they already have that black and white. Where was it? Right there, and it suits her perfectly with the outfit. Her pieces. Kind of wanna give her a flower, and I want to. Let me get rid of this. I want to make it black with white. And this, the accent color, I do want it kind of goldish. Perfect. Okay. Earrings. I like these ones because they look nice. They're already black and gold. Necklace. I don't think I want to give her a necklace. Yeah, maybe this one. Yeah, that one. And there you go. Let's go again to outfit. This is how she looks. I think she came out not that bad. The nose, I'm not convinced about the nose. Maybe I need to make the nose smaller, but that's it. I don't know what you guys think. This is for GamingDanielle. How do I go in the process? And I just mess around until I find whatever I like. So let's go back to her face. This is how her face looked like, and she kind of looked very similar to mine. So I think I need to fix the nose though. Can I make the eyes bigger? There you go. But no, I want it bigger. No, I don't think we can make them any bigger. That's that. But we can try to fix. They're too far apart. Okay, that's perfect. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. But this is a new soy we created. So we can go studio, change the background, and let's see the different poses you can create. Smile. Now, where's the poses? So if you're going to take a picture, go there. And let's see her in action. How would she look like? Oh, she looks cute. And so on. You can make many poses you want to. So let's go back. Outfit. And here she is. That's my process. It's not that great. I just mess around with things until I find something I like. And I don't know. And she kind of looks like my other soy, so let's save her face as a preset. There you go. When I have all the presets, it's usually very full sometimes because I create a batch, but then I delete until I get to the final version, and you see most of them share the same facial expressions. Like right now, I'm into big eyes showing the teeth. I usually like smaller noses, but I wanted to look something different. If not, it was going to look a lot like Nicole. So yeah, this is a new soy I created for you guys live. I hope you guys like it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry it was not as excited as it should be. But yeah, that's all I do to the soys. And like I told you, I really would love to soy. So yeah, so don't like that, but I do. And I need to give her a name. You guys can tell me what name would you like her to have. And if you want me to share her on Canvas. So for now, I also will save her preset. There you go. And thank you for watching. Have a good day. Adios. Bye bye.